MLV Productions, where vision becomes legacy.
Greetings, welcome to my next video, Chapter 5, Social Media versus Reality. Okay, let's talk about a subject matter that always seems to get mixed emotions,
but rather a wide range of data on how heavily social media warps self-esteem, body image, and societal norms. Let's look at some statistics, bearing in mind that these views are within your control. And there are many sources of support you can turn to. Please don't suffer alone. Think about this for a moment. 93% feel pressure to compare. 89% feel less satisfied with their own lives because of it. And 56% feel too anxious to show the world like. So perhaps the question isn't, why doesn't my life look like theirs? Perhaps the question is, how much of what I'm comparing myself to is actually real? You see the holidays, the perfect relationship, the new car, the beautiful house, the perfect body, the smiling faces. And somewhere in your mind, you start comparing. You look at their life, and then you look at yours. But here's the problem.
You're comparing your reality to their highlight reel. You don't see the argument before the photograph. You don't see the person alone after everyone's gone home.
You don't see the credit card bill behind the luxury holiday. You don't see the insecurity behind the perfect selfie. You see the 5 seconds they chose to show you. But you're judging yourself by the 24 hours you're actually living.
They think about the Monday morning they have to go to work and make sure they get that tea of coffee before getting the transport to work.
If there is no strike on that day. But they open Instagram and there it is. Someone else apparently living the dream,
and suddenly their own life doesn't feel good enough. That's the trap. Social media can make you believe that everybody is moving forward. You might be rebuilding, you might be healing, you might be starting again, you might be taking a completely different route. The vision board and journaling, it's a real-life snapshot of a life that can be lived on a good day.
And that's okay, because real life isn't supposed to look like a perfectly edited video. Real life is messy. It's getting things wrong. It's changing your mind. It's losing people.
it's finding yourself. It's having days where you feel unstoppable. Making mistakes is how we build along that life journey.
Because the moment you stop trying to prove that you're happy, you can actually start becoming happy. The moment you stop trying to look successful, you can start building something meaningful. And the moment you stop asking, and why doesn't my life look like theirs? But you can finally ask the question that really matters. What does the life I actually want look at? Not the life that gets the most likes. My Instagram used to look like a lot of people's. Toned bodies. Big houses. Luxury watches. Amazing holidays. And don't get me wrong, Paddock, some of that is still there. But I want to break something down. When I watch someone doing a day in the life video, and they're toned, ribbed, living in a beautiful house, driving an incredible car, and wearing a $1,000 watch, I don't necessarily look at that and think, I need to have what they've got.
I use some of those images for visualization. I look at something and think, what could my life look like? There's a difference between being inspired by something
and becoming obsessed with proving that you have it. Because sometimes I look at the things people buy and I genuinely ask myself, why would I spend £1,000 on a watch just to walk around worrying about losing it or having it stolen?
Why would I spend $100,000 on a car just to sit in traffic, drive to the supermarket and have someone hit your car with their door or park it outside my house? If that's what you genuinely love and you can comfortably afford it, fantastic. But if you're buying it because you need other people to believe you've made it, then who are you actually buying it for? You or them? And this is where social media can become dangerous. Because we're constantly being shown symbols of success, the watch, the car, the house, the designer clothes, the holiday, the champagne. And slowly, without even realizing it, we can start believing that these things represent our worth. But they don't. In my old money video, there's a difference between having money and needing everybody to know that you have money. Real wealth doesn't always need an announcement. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's having choices, having time, having freedom, having security.
Being able to look after your family, being able to sleep at night without worrying about what everyone else thinks. And that's the point I want to make. Don't confuse looking wealthy with actually being wealthy.
Because social media gives us the ability to create an image of our lives. But an image isn't the whole story. I still enjoy seeing the beautiful cars, the amazing houses, the holidays, the fitness, the watches. But I don't want to live my life trying to convince somebody else that I've made it. I want to build a life that feels good when nobody is watching. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of looking rich on Instagram if you're struggling to feel rich in real life?
Not the life that makes strangers jealous, your life. Because behind every photograph, there's a story you can't see.
And behind every person watching, there's a story still being written. So don't judge your life by somebody else's carefully select moments. Put the phone down sometimes. Look around. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you've survived. Look at what you're building. And remember, you were never meant to live your life through somebody else's screen. You were meant to live it for real. And maybe the most beautiful version of you isn't the one that gets the most likes, that finally stops performing and starts living. Until next time, look after yourself, and may the source always be with you.